What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and give me all your takes down below in the comment section. And be on the lookout for the Dodgers Nation Word of the Day. We're giving out over $1,000 worth of cash and prizes this month. All you have to do is spot that Word of the Day. It'll flash on the screen at some point during this video. And once you spot that Word of the Day, all you have to do is go to our About page, email us that word, and you're entered to win. We're giving away over $1,000 worth of cash and prizes. Good luck, secure that bag, Dodgers Nation. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So for the past handful of seasons, the Los Angeles Dodgers have had the luxury of having two Swiss Army knife players, super utility guys that can play multiple positions that are versatile on the diamond in Chris Taylor and Kiké Hernández. Well, Kiké Hernández signed with the Boston Red Sox, but the Dodgers still have Chris Taylor, and Dave Roberts talked about replacing Kiké Hernández and how big it is to still have CT3.
Certainly a hard guy to replace because he could do so many things and understood the various roles that we had him in and certainly thrived. It's the same, a lot of the same pieces, but having a guy like Chris Taylor still kind of as a holdover is paramount. So I doesn't necessarily need to be that same Kike exactly what he did for us.
So I think we all know that Chris Taylor's built to be that super utility guy, and that we're going to see him in left. We're going to see him in center, second, and short. But it looks like you can also expect to see Chris Taylor play in the hot corner this season. Clint Pasillas, one of the senior editors here at Dodgers Nation and host of the Blue Heaven podcast, along with Brooks Smith, the flagship show here at DN, he asked Dave Roberts yesterday about Chris Taylor's role, and Doc said we can expect some CT3B this season.
Hey, Dave, how's it going, man? I was just kind of curious. What are you expecting or what are you hoping to see out of Chris Taylor this spring, particularly defensively? Are you going to see maybe emergency center field a little bit? Just kind of where will he be playing around?
Yeah, I see Chris at second base. I see him a little bit at short. We know he can play short. I see him in center field a little bit. I see him in left field. And I also see him at third base. Like right now, you're looking at the roster and Justin, and you've got two left-handed bats and Eddie Rios and Matt Beatty. But I also like Chris taking grounders over there and getting familiar more with third base too.
So CT3 at 3B, what does this mean for the Dodgers? Well, one, Justin Turner is still expected to be the everyday third baseman. Dave Roberts was asked about JT moving to first base, and he said he still expects him to be at the hot corner. Now, there is a slim chance that we see the DH in the National League. You saw how late close to the season they announced an expanded playoffs. Will we have the DH at the last minute? I think there's a very slim chance. You have some people out there talking about it, but at this point I don't expect to see it, but I wouldn't rule it out completely. Until we get a definitive answer that there won't be any changes, I do think there's a slim chance we could see the DH in the National League in 2021. So assuming there is no DH in 2021, I still think Justin Turner is going to remain healthy. Have you seen him this season? This guy looks like he's in the best shape of his life. He must have a bow flex. He must have done Ty Bow this offseason or something, because JT looks ready to go. Now the question is, let's say he does need a day off. Why don't you put Edwin Rios in there or Matt Beatty? We saw Max Muncy play the hot corner last season. Well, the answer is Chris Taylor is a righty, and this lineup needs some right-handed power. They need a right-handed bat, and Chris Taylor can provide that. And last season, Chris Taylor quietly had one of the best years of his career. He posted a career-high 132 WRC+, had a career-high 366 on-base percentage, and a career-high walk percentage at 12.1%. You saw that strikeout rate was as low as it was in 2017, around 25%, and Chris Taylor was lighting it up in the month of September. He hit 6 of his 8 home runs during the month. He was on fire. I thought his hands were going to fall off for how many times he was doing the barrels are overrated move, getting hits the CT3 way, but with Chris Taylor at third base, it could really improve the Dodgers defensively. Last season, he played second base, shortstop, left left field and center field, and save for first base, he started at every single position on the diamond. So he's very versatile, but he hasn't had very many reps at third base. He's only had 25 appearances, 9 starts, 6 games at the hot corner in 7 seasons. So Chris Taylor, he's going to need those reps in spring training, but if you look at his numbers, those UZR scores, some of his fielding metrics, he definitely is an above average third base potential, and I think that having him at third base, he can provide that righty bat, and he can give Justin Turner some time off. So I love the move. I want to see CT3 at third base, and we were talking about that during the offseason when it came to would Justin Turner re-sign with the Dodgers? Would they try to make a big trade? We said, hey, Chris Taylor at third base makes a lot of sense, especially when you have that formidable outfield in A.J. Pollock, Cody Bellinger, and Mookie Betts. So having Chris Taylor play third base could definitely be a big boost for this team, because when you look at how the third base position played out last season, so last year Justin Turner had a lion's share of the starts, of course, 32 starts, 32 appearances, played the hot corner for 263 and 2/3 innings. Then next was Edwin Rios. So Edwin Rios, 14 starts, 21 appearances, 140 innings, and then Max Muncy, 14 starts, 16 appearances, and 135 innings. Now, as far as offensively goes, when Justin Turner, Edwin Rios, and Max Muncy were playing third base, they averaged 279. That was 8th in baseball. On-base percentage, 355, that was 8th. Slugging, 540, that was 3rd in Major League Baseball. OPS, 895, that was 4th. Home runs, 15, tied for 1st. 40 runs, 3rd. RBIs, 45, 2nd. They combined for a 376 weighted on base average. That's tied for 4th. And then a 140 WRC+. So offensively, they were getting it done at the hot corner. Now defensively, it was a different story. They had a minus 1.3 defensive runs above average. That was 27th in the bigs. Their UZR score was minus 2.2, also 27th. And their defensive runs saved, minus 3. That was tied for 21st. They had 7 errors. That's tied for 13th most. Their fielding percentage at 955 put them at 16th. So Dodgers third baseman Chris Taylor, let me know down below in the comments, how do you feel about CT3 at 3B? Do you like it? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. And also, other than Justin Turner, who do you want to see get the most time at third base this season? Let me know down below in the comments section. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. It's the fastest growing Dodgers YouTube channel in the game, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see more Dodgers content, smash that like button. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. We've got a few more days left in the Dodgers Nation Word of the Day giveaway. We're giving away over $1,000 worth of cash and prizes for the entire month of February. So if you saw today's Word of the Day, head to our YouTube About page, email us that word, and you'll be entered to win. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. Get some Dodgers t-shirts for the upcoming season. Some of the best Dodger designs in the game you'll find over at gearup.la. For all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.